Call of Duty is a game series that I have many fond memories on. I've made some friends, lost some friends, and even made some enemies while playing it. It's a game that I look forward to every single year without fail, and it's one of the best multiplayer experiences I've ever had in a video game. In this video, I want to do the classic tier list for Call of Duty's multiplayer. I won't be including any campaigns, zombies, or Spec Ops missions because I feel as though my opinion is more valid on the multiplayer side. So, each game will be examined by the multiplayer alone. Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'll get into that in a second, will not be included as I never played them. If you have any hot takes, opinions, or questions about my list, leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you. If you want this identical list and want to make one yourself, I'll leave the link in the description. Also, if you want to see me make another list, let me know down in the comments as well. Let's list. So, just right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and put Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, and 4 into the never played category, and that's why I chose this list specifically, is because it does have this category, which I really appreciate, because some people haven't played some Call of Duties, and I want all of you to have that option as well, so you don't have to fake list it, because I'm not going to just bullshit an opinion that I don't have on any of these games. That's why I'm going to bite the bullet and go ahead and put Call of Duty 4 in this list as well, because I didn't play it during the life cycle. Have I played it? Yes. I have played Modern Warfare Remastered as well, but they don't really compare. They're kind of two different games, so I'm just going to let that be. So I'm not going to fake anything, no bullshit here. I really didn't play it during the life cycle, so I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to rank it and just be fake. So we're going to kick things off with my first Call of Duty, World at War. And what can I say? It's a good Call of Duty. I think it's a pretty average Call of Duty. I think that a lot of people look back on it with their little nostalgia goggles, just like a lot of these games, and we'll get into that later. But I think that World at War is a good Call of Duty. I think it did a lot of great things. I don't think it did a lot of amazing things, but it did some good things. I think that the simplisticness of the game really helped me as a kid to play the game, because if I was a little 9-year-old trying to play Modern Warfare, I'd probably be pretty confused, because there are a lot of gun attachments and little things you have to worry about all at once. World at War is a very simple COD. There are not very many kill streaks. There aren't many things you have to worry about. You got the radar, your gun, and that's pretty much it. And so that's something that I really liked about it as a kid, and I think that I gravitated towards that quite a bit. I also don't really like the colors of the game. Yes, I understand the aesthetic is World War II, and I understand that that's what they're going for, but historical accuracy does not always equate to a game being good. It just equates to it being historically accurate, and that's okay, but it doesn't always make for a very entertaining or great game. And so I think that some of the colors are just kind of boring to look at. It's really, if you go through each map of World at War, they're all going to look the same because they're all the same fucking color palette, and that's okay, but it's not my cup of tea, and it wasn't really for me, and it still isn't really for me. And so that is why I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the C tier. I'm going to go ahead and say it's an average Call of Duty, had some good guns, had some good gameplay. MP40 is freaking disgusting still, but I think a lot of the hacking ruined the game, a lot of the bad servers ruined the game, and it's probably why it does not have that big of a fan base or player base anymore. And so, I'm going to put it in the C tier. Y'all can fight me on that. Moving on to, quite arguably, one of the best Call of Duties ever made, and I can't lie, I agree, Modern Warfare 2. However, I'm going to take off my nostalgia goggles for a second, because a lot of people look back on this game and only think about the good things, and that's normal, because when you have great memories on a game, why on earth would you remember the bad things? Because you don't want to, and so I'm going to do it for you. Modern Warfare 2 has some incredible gun gameplay. It's fantastic. Has some of the best guns in the series, has some of the best maps in the series, arguably the best maps in the series, honestly, I could argue that. Arguably some of the best camos in the game, but servers were kind of bad. Hacking was apparent. Lots of fucking hacking. One-man army is still not fixed, and I think that's a big thing with Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, if we ever see that, is that are they going to fix these terrible things that are in Modern Warfare 2, or are they going to leave it the same? Because if they change one-man army noob tubing, it's going to change the game. For better or for worse, I don't know. I think one-man army noob tubing is trash, but another person might think it's great. So I really don't know what they're going to do. I think that this game is fantastic. Do I think it's perfect? Absolutely fucking not. And so, for these reasons, I'm going to go ahead and put... Oh, also, the kill streaks are awesome. Kill streaks are fucking badass. I just had to put that in there. A. It's an A tier. I think this game is an A tier. And I think that it's one of the best CODs ever made. Trick shotting started here. So many great things started here. I have to put it in the A tier. I just have to do it. I have to do it. Call of Duty Black Ops is a game that I don't look back super fondly on because it was definitely not my favorite. It did some great things. It did some really bad things. I think that some of the gunplay was kind of wonky and some of the hit detection was kind of bad. But I think that overall, most of the maps were good. Some of them were kind of shit. Hanoi comes to mind as a shit map, you know. But it also has some of the best maps ever made. Firing Range. Summit, for example. Maps that keep returning because that's all COD players want to play anymore is fucking Firing Range. And Nuketown started here actually too. I forgot about that. Nuketown. Nuketown. COD players want Nuketown. Repeat. COD players want Nuketown. I think that this game is good. Do I think it's great? No. Do I think it's bad? No. One of the best things about this game are COD points. And I'm not talking about these fuckers. I'm talking about monetary value in the game, not in your wallet. It's things that you can unlock in the game. It's a monetary system that you don't need to pay for. It's something that you get through contracts and wager matches, and then you can wager those points back in wager matches after winning in wager matches. It's a great system. It's so fun. It's great. I love it. And I think that it needs to come back. Overall, this Call of Duty is solid. Do I think it's great? No. Do I think it's okay? Yeah. And so that's why I do like it more than World at War. It has some incredible fucking maps. I can't deny that. And it has some really, really great guns. I can't deny that. And some of the kill streaks were really, really good. I can't deny that. COD points. Absolutely amazing. That is why it is going in the B tier. B tier, not better than Modern Warfare 2, but most certainly better than World at War. Absolutely. Now, Modern Warfare 3 is a game that I hold really, really, really close to my heart. It's a game that I absolutely love. And it's hard for me to take off my nostalgia goggles, but I am going to have to do it. And so that is why... Oh, I don't know where I'm going to place this. Let's go over it. Some of the maps were really fucking shit, but some of the maps are great. Dome, one of my favorite maps of all time, started here. Some of the best weapons, the ACR, the MP7, the Striker. Oh, those are so good. But it also brought back death streaks. Support streaks. What the fuck is a support streak? Why am I getting fucking kill streaks for dying? That doesn't make any sense. I don't need that. I don't need that. But it also brought Specialist. Specialist is a system where each kill you get more perks and shit. I'm sure you all know about it. But Specialist is a great thing. Support streaks are not a great thing. Death streaks are not a great thing. Some of the gunplay was okay. I thought it was okay. It feels kind of weird going back to now, but it still feels good, but it feels weird. Like going back and playing it just feels kind of weird, and it feels really foreign to me. And I don't know why. But I have some really great memories on Infected in this game. Search and Destroy memories on this game. Absolutely fantastic. But this game is one of my favorites. I absolutely adore the way the guns feel. I absolutely adore most of the maps. Some of the maps are really fucking fuck you downturn. Go to hell. I think that for the most part it's all pretty good. And so that is why I'm going to rank it in the A tier. Because I love it. It is one of my favorite Call of Duties. Ever. But in the A tier, I'm not ranking the Call of Duties like, oh, MW3 is better than MW2 because it's fucking over it. No, they're just both A tier. I'm not going to go into that type of ranking. It's just what tier are they in? They're side by side. They're fucking right here. Next, we have the King Cock Alpha, Black Ops 2. And I think that this COD is overrated. Yeah, I fucking said it. I think Black Ops 2 is overrated. I think that the gunplay is fine, and I think that a lot of aspects about this game are just fine. Diamond camo is a plus, absolutely amazing. I think it looks fantastic. Gold camo looks great in this game too. Most of the guns were pretty good. Some were really OP. MSMC, cough, cough. Most of the maps are great. They brought Nuketown back, of course, because they keep doing it for some reason. It's what COD players want. And I think that this game is looked back upon with the pro days, as in like esports, with everyone talking shit in S&D, with everyone talking shit just in general. I think that this game is looked back on with the nostalgia goggles as well again, and I don't have that for this game really. I was transitioning between friend groups. I was trying to find my way into that new friend group, and I didn't really play Black Ops 2 with anyone really. And so that might be a reason why I don't have that great of memories on it, and that might be a reason why I don't like it as much. But it never wowed me even when I did play with my friends. I was just always kind of like, yeah, it's fine, it's good. And that's why it's coming. It's coming. Black Ops 2. It's fucking B tier, dog. Fucking beta bitch B tier. Call of Duty Ghosts. I remember being so hyped about this campaign. They had fucking Eminem in the fucking trailer. That'll get me. You got me. You put Eminem in the trailer, you fucking got me. And I thought this game looked absolutely badass. And the campaign was badass, but we're not ranking on the campaign, so fuck off with that shit. So, Ghost is not a great multiplayer. It had some okay maps. Strike Zone, Warhawk kind of come to mind. Some good guns. The Remington, that I think was like an AR. That was a really good gun. Honey Badger was amazing. The Ripper was stupid OP. And my favorite thing about COD Ghost, though, was Extinction. And unfortunately, I'm not ranking it on the side missions, but Extinction was fantastic, and I absolutely loved it. But that side note. COD Ghost as a multiplayer just doesn't do it for me. I thought that maybe I liked it a little bit in the beginning, but some of the maps, like Stonehaven, what is that? Who did that? Who did that? Was it you? You fucking did that, didn't you? I spit on you. Siege? Terrible map. Terrible maps. Terrible. Awful. Who wanted that? Who? So, do I think it's unplayable? Because the garbage category, to me, is unplayable. No, I don't think it's unplayable, and I think that I can still go back to it and find something fun out of it. Would I ever do that? No. Fuck you. No, I'm not. And that's why it's going to go in the D category. Actually, I'm going to put it in the S category because it has the Snoop Dogg sound pack. Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you? Snoop Dogg is the announcer. Puts this game in S tier. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck you. Go D. But I actually did like the announcer pack idea. Pretty great idea. Wish it would come back. I would absolutely buy Snoop Dogg in Modern Warfare right now if it came out. So, just saying. You just added the fucking weed camo. Why can't we get Snoop Dogg with it? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Kicking off the new era of Call of Duty, the Jetpack Spaceland Adventure Call of Duty, we have Advanced Warfare. And this is a game that I love. And it's a game that I still love. But it's a game that, over the years, I've loved less and less. I've started to kind of think more about the bad, how overpowered some of the weapons were. BAU 27 ASM1 stupid, and the only way you could get them was through supply drops in the beginning. But later on through the cycle, they added 15 more prestiges, which I did all of them. I got to 30th prestige in that game because I loved it so much. But they added the Obsidian Steed and the Speakeasy and all those great weapons that no one could fucking get because it was through supply drops, actually through the last 15 prestiges, which I thought was a fantastic idea, and I'm so glad they did it. They did it a little late, but they still did it, and I applaud them for that. But this is the game that kicked off supply drops, and I do have some hot takes on supply drops. I don't mind them that much. I don't mind the whole idea of opening loot boxes. I think it's kind of fun. Do I think that it's gambling? Maybe. But I'm competent enough to be able to decide whether or not I want to spend my money. And the fact is, these games are rated 17, M17. If you're 14, you shouldn't be playing it because it's not rated for you. And I'm not saying you can't play it and that you're not competent enough, but a lot of these younger kids are the ones that are spending the money on it. I think I was 16 or 17, I knew exactly what I was getting my money into because I knew that I was putting it into bullshit. Some kids don't know that, and that's a problem, but that's not a problem with the game. I think that's a problem with the parents, but that's a whole nother rant. So what I'm saying is that supply drops aren't necessarily a bad thing. What I think is a terrible thing is hiding weapons and specific items behind it. I think Like the whole, like, you could get like boots and helmets and shit out of it. Cool, whatever. It makes me look cool. And I think that's great. I think that customizable items that are not locked behind paywalls are great. Like, if I want a new shirt and I want a supply drop, whatever. But I think you should be able to earn supply drops. And I did like that in the game, that there were supply drops, like the common supply drops and then the advanced supply drops. But still, I don't know. I just am not one of those people that had a problem with the variance in the supply drops. Was it annoying that I was spending so much fucking time to get nothing? Yes. But that's the whole risk-reward factor, and I think that's pretty fascinating. I think it's really cool, and I think it's good. Do I think hiding actual weapons behind paywalls like in Black Ops 4 or other games? No, that's a bad idea. Or Black Ops 3, I think that's a bad idea. I think it's a really, really bad idea. Hiding only cosmetic things behind supply drops or a paywall, whatever. I don't give a fuck. That's what Modern Warfare is doing right now, and I think that's a great business idea, is just change the way I look, but don't change the way I play, if that makes sense. Like, you can change the way I look, that's not going to change the way I play, but if you give me a new gun, I'm going to change the way I play because I want to use that gun, and if I can't do that, and if I can only do that through a supply drop, fuck you. But the whole variant system was so different because you could get any variant at any time. And I think there's a big difference between the variant system and just straight up gun system, where like you can only get DLC guns from supply drops, but you get variants out of any supply drop. And I just never had a problem with the variants. And that's why, hot take, I'm going to put Advanced Warfare, oh, this is hard, A. I have to go A. I think if you would have asked me this 2 years ago, I would have put it in the S tier. But as I've remembered shittier and shittier things, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the A tier. Some of the maps were really bad, but some of the maps were really great. And so, I'm going to take off my goggles and put it in the A tier. I think it's a good call. Now, this COD's my baby. I will always have something with this Call of Duty because it was the time where my channel was finally kicking off a little bit. I was getting some new people in, and it's where I met some of you, I'm sure. And Black Ops 3 is my favorite COD of all time. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's my favorite COD of all time. And I've been kind of debating that back and forth for the past couple weeks now on what my favorite COD is, and I kept coming back to Black Ops 3. Fantastic maps, some of the best in the series. I could argue that with Modern Warfare 2. Some of the best guns in the series. However, it had a really, really, really bad supply drop system, and that's something that I can look past because it's not necessarily game-breaking. Yes, do I not have every weapon that I want in that game? Yeah, you're right, I don't. But can I overcome that and just use something else? Yeah. I'm not going to cry about it because I don't have the fucking Santa pickaxe or whatever. I don't care. I don't really care. It's not a big deal to me. And they added a bunch of triple plays, and there were other ways to earn supply drops other than just buying the points. And that's what I did, and I grinded. I grinded my fucking ass off. This was the first game I ever got the max camo in. I got Dark Matter in it. It's just, I was holding all those open lobbies. Man, this game is just really nostalgic for me. It's the first game I ever got a 30 gun streak in, like the actual nuke. I got like Modern Warfare 2 nukes, but I never got a Modern Warfare 3 Moab. I never got any of the big stuff in the other games. This was, the first game I ever dropped a full 30 gun streak in. I think I did it twice, actually. I did them on stream. It's still on my channel, I'm sure, and I did them on stream, and it was just like the golden age for me as a Call of Duty player, and it's when I started YouTube. It's when I started playing a lot. It's just a really great time for me, and that is why it's got to be S. It has to be S. And so, just looking at it, I don't know. Black Ops 3 is a game that I've loved forever. And the thruster system, I feel like in Advanced Warfare was good, but Black Ops 3 made it great. It made the whole thruster idea so fantastic with wall running, with the addition of wall running was so great. I just absolutely love it. I adore Black Ops 3, and I think I always will. It also has the best looking Dark Matter camo, I think, in any Call of Duty. Hot take. There you go. Now we get to the Ground Control to Major Tom most disliked Call of Duty video of all time. Infinite Warfare. And am I a fan of this Call of Duty? Not really. But I did play it longer than most of my friends did. I got to about 2nd Prestige, I got Diamond SMGs, so I did put some time into it, and I do know how the game plays. And it's not terrible. it's really not that bad. People make it seem like it's the worst fucking thing ever. But I would probably play it before Ghost. I can't lie. I would probably play it before Ghost. But I'm not, like I said before, nothing is going to go in the garbage tier because I don't think any Call of Duty is garbage. Hot take. But I think that this Call of Duty had some things going for it. One of the things was that they added weapons just by playing the game and not through supply drops, which I thought was great. The way the game looked was really fucking weird though. Like it never sat well with me the way the game just straight up looked. Like I never liked the way it looked, and that's a big deal if I'm fucking looking at something all the fucking time, you know? And so I think that the gunplay was fine. The thrusters was just a shittier version of Black Ops 3. It's really not that great of Call of Duty. I can't lie. I know that some people really liked it, but is it for me? If I'm going to go play a jetpack game, I'm going 100% to Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3, obviously. For these reasons, and for these reasons alone, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is sitting in the D tier. Call of Duty World War II. Now, I played a lot of this game when it first came out. And a lot when it first came out. And then I stopped. I stopped playing it. All my friends stopped playing it. We went back to Black Ops 3, I'm pretty sure. And we just kept playing that. And so, World War II was a very rocky launch. The servers didn't even work for the first weekend, I remember. It barely fucking worked. But the gunplay was really good. I actually really liked the gunplay in this game. The gun selection was pretty shit, though. I don't think there were a lot of variants of weapons that you could really choose from. But that's because they limited themselves to World War II style. As a COD player at that time, getting tired of jetpacks was kind of the new wave. And yes, was I tired of jetpacks? Yes, I was. But I was betting on a modern game. And that's what I wanted, not a World War II game, because I knew that it would really suffer. And it did. It had the same problems World of War has. Bland colors, bad selection of fucking guns, not a great selection for camos, and just not a lot of ways to play it. The maps were not very good. And the whole system with the whole headquarters thing was a great idea. I'm going to go ahead and say that the headquarters idea of having like a main hub where you can do everything is awesome. And I loved that. But it lagged the shit out of the game for the first few weeks probably, I would say. If not longer, until they fixed everything. But I would love to see a headquarters type thing come back. I actually really like that idea. And that's something that I feel like a lot of people look over, I would say. The whole divisions thing, fuck that. Just give me perks, man. I just need some perks. But I think they went back and fixed everything. I never really went back to World War II once I was done. But I actually, here's a hot take. I don't mind Gustav Cannon. Fuck y'all that hate Gustav Cannon. It's really not that bad. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to go ahead and put World War II in the C category. It's average. It's fine. Don't really give a fuck about it, though. I wouldn't go back and play it. However, I do know that a lot of people have gone back and played it, and it's a better Call of Duty. But would I know that? No, I haven't gone back and played it because it apparently got a bunch of updates throughout its life cycle and past its life cycle to fix it, but that's terrible. Just release a full fucking game, you know? Like, come on now. But I applaud them for having the nuts to take it up the ass, listen to the community, and fix their game. And I have nothing but respect for that, actually. Moving on to Black Ops 4. This is like Black Ops 3 Lite, I would say. Like Black Ops 3 without the jetpacks, without all the nonsense, I would say. And do I like it? Yeah, I like this game quite a bit, actually. And I put a lot of time into it. But the maps were awful. The maps were so bad. I don't like any of the maps. None of the maps were that great. There were a couple that stood out, but nothing was super great. But the gunplay in this game was fantastic, and I really liked it. The Dark Matter camo looked fantastic. I got that as well. I got to like level 400 plus. The new Heist game mode was one of the best new game modes I've ever played in my entire Call of Duty span. I would say Heist is fantastic. I would love for it to come back. And I have a lot of great memories with my friends on this game. I really do like Black Ops 4, but I think that the maps really hold it back. And that's kind of a new little thing that's been going on with Call of Duty within the past few CODs, is that the maps have just been progressively getting shittier and shittier and shittier and shittier. And so that's why I'm going to go ahead and put it in the B tier. I think Black Ops 4 is a B tier COD. It's not great, but it is good. And so I would put it along the lines with Black Ops 2. There you go. Now, Modern Warfare, where am I going to rank the newest Call of Duty? The Call of Duty that is out at this time of me making this video is Modern Warfare. And I was so happy that it was on this list. And that was another reason I chose this list, was that it did include Modern Warfare. Because I do have some, things to say. The maps are some of the worst in the series. I can't even deny that. The maps are some of the worst, absolute worst in the series. Like, some I will just not even play. Like, some maps in other CODs, it's like, whatever, fuck it. We'll get over it and we'll vote for a new map in the next lobby. But we don't even get pre-game lobbies in this fucking game. We can't choose our maps. We just get thrown into new games. Who the fuck thought of, who thought of Piccadilly? Who did it? It was you, wasn't it? Who the fuck thought of Piccadilly, dude? Who thought it was a good idea? Oh my god, it's awful. It's awful. It's fucking awful. I can't with that map. I can't, and I can't with so many of the maps in this game. The gunplay is very, very, very new. It's a new engine. I'm still getting used to it, I think. And it's much different than some arcade shooter. It's more than that now. Do I like the customization? Yeah, I think that the full customization is a great idea, and I think that it's a great implement into this game. Is the customization catering to noobs? No, it's not. But the whole idea for all these bullshit maps and camping spots and safe places is the most retarded shit I've ever heard in my entire life. How are you going to put one of the most extremely difficult and weird customization settings for guns and weapons, yet make safe spaces for fucking players? Who done that? Was it you? Who did that? I can't with that. I can't with that shit. That shit's bullshit. This Call of Duty has a lot going for it, and I hope that it gets fixed one day. But right now, the maps are horrible. I'm going for Damascus right now, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. Damascus doesn't even look that great because they're going for that realistic thing. The camo doesn't even fucking move. Whatever. I know where I'm going to put this Call of Duty. I know where I'm going to put it. Do you? Anyways, Modern Warfare for me is a C tier. I think it's average. I think it's pretty average. I think that the maps really hold it back from it being a B tier because I actually really, really love the Ground War game mode. It's one of the best best new game modes they've implemented, I would say. And I love the whole grand scale of, like, turning grand scale for Call of Duty. I think that's fantastic. Ground War is absolutely fantastic. And so that's one of the absolute plus sides of this game, along with the gunplay. I do like the gunplay, but the maps are just so bad. They're so bad. They're so bad. And I can't with it. I can't with it. Alright, boys. That is my tier list. If you made it all the way through the video, shout out to you because this was a doozy. And I hope you enjoyed my opinion. If you didn't enjoy my opinion, or if you did enjoy my opinion, leave it down below and let me know so that I can roast you. No, I'm just kidding. So that I can reply to you. We can have a dialogue in the comments over what Call of Duty you think I got right, what Call of Duty you think I got wrong. It's all subjective, though. It's all subjective. So thank you all so much for watching. If you want me to do another tier list, please let me know, and I absolutely will. Just give me some suggestions in the comments. But my name is Zaldeyy. I'll see you on the next video or stream. I stream every other day around 8 p.m. So if you want to hit me up there on YouTube, hit me up. But yeah, thank you all for coming out and watching. Peace out.
Windows tinted, so tainted. Got something I got it, I don't need a payment. Trying to pay me, I got nothing. I'm just fucking up, you know I'm never bluffing. Fucking while I'm clubbing, hunting while I'm loving, fighting when I'm high as fucking nothing.